It's 1:45 and I'm doing an overnight backpacking trip to a lake that I don't normally name in my trip reports. I'm about 2 miles from the lake now. Hiked about 3 miles to get here. Taking a little break here about a mile from the lake. This is the pack I'm using. It's my homemade day pack. And I'm pushing it a little bit by taking it on an overnighter. Wish I had a slightly lighter sleeping bag. It weighs over 2 pounds. My shoulders are a little sore because this pack is frameless and it doesn't have a hip belt. But it's okay. It's a short hike today. I think the heaviest single item I'm carrying is Patches food. I think I got about 4 pounds of food for her. Patches wants to hike. She hates it when I stop. So about a mile to go, I'll get to the lake. And I've been sleepy for 2 weeks now, so I'm looking forward to getting to the lake and pitching my tarp and taking a nap. It's 2:40 and I've made it off of the hideous decommissioned road and onto the trail. It's funny, when they went to all this work to destroy the road and convert it into a quote-unquote trail, they did nothing to actually help the actual trail. They didn't even come down here, and the trail to the lake isn't even marked in any way. A hard time believing this conversion to trail had anything at all to do with hiking. It mostly just had to do with some contractors somewhere making some money. Anyway, it feels good to be off that hideous road and onto the boot path and into the old growth. There is a ring of old growth around this lake. And in fact, this lake may become part of the Wonder Mountain Wilderness if the legislation ever passes. The lake's down there. I'm going this way. I've made it. Probably going to spend the night right here. There's this piece of wood here that's perfect for sitting on. And the ground's relatively flat and there's a view of the lake. And it looks like rain. The rain's finally died down enough for me to come out and show what I got set up here. Like I said before, I'm using the Flying Diamond pitch. It's kind of an interesting pitch. Mostly just using it because that's how my strings are already set up. So I think I had to switch to that pitch the other day at lunchtime when my tie-out trees were limited. So, Flying Diamond. I think I'll be dry under there. The front can come down at night. Got it up for now. It's really kind of a nice setup because I have this log I can sit on. Trying to convince Patches to stay under it to be dry. The sun's shining up there. Some blue sky. I'll wander around, take some pictures. So I've wandered over to the other side of the lake. This is a spot where I wanted to camp, but a little too wet and slopey, although up there might have worked. Got some really nice memories in this spot. The forest got really dark and quiet all of a sudden, and I knew something was about to happen, and I figured that something was probably this. So this will be a good test of my shelter before it gets dark. Holy crap. If worst comes to worst, I do have full rain gear. I just wouldn't be able to use my sleeping bag, but it looks like I'm gonna stay dry tonight. I pitched my tarp really low, trenched out the drip lines. Think I'm gonna be okay. If not, I can always just walk back to my car. It's only 4.5 miles. Oh boy. What have we gotten ourselves into, Patches? What on earth are we doing here? Just watching to see if any water is getting down here where my feet are gonna be, and I don't see any. I think I got it pretty well covered. So I guess I'll just sit under here and cook my dinner now. Dinner time. Some sort of mixture of hamburger and beans and vegetables and tomato sauce. It tastes pretty good. Probably pay for it in the morning. I've also got hot coffee going here. I burned my dinner, but it's not exactly news. There was more dinner than would fit in this pot, so Patches lucked out. Got her under the tarp there. I have to keep forcing her to go under there because she doesn't have the sense to come in out of the rain. Oh, I don't know, it's about 6 o'clock. It'll be dark at 7:30. Hopefully I don't freak out too much being alone out here. I like my solitude when I'm day hiking, but not so much when I'm backpacking, especially at night. But it's either go alone and be terrified or don't go at all. And life is too short to wait around. Didn't wait around for my first husband to go hiking with me, and I'm not waiting around for my second husband. He's too sick to go hiking. He used to. So I'm going without him. Just enjoying listening to all the bird sounds. It's just about 4 a.m. and the stars came out for a bit, so I got to practice star trail photography. That was pretty cool. Hasn't rained at all in the night. I don't think it's going to. I was able to peel back my tarp for a while so I could see the stars, but now some clouds have moved in, so I got it back down in case it rains, but I don't think it's going to. And I'm not terrified. I haven't been at all terrified. All night long, I haven't even been remotely terrified. I think it's finally happened. I've finally gotten used to sleeping alone in the wilderness without being terrified. I heard that could happen. I guess it just happened to me so gradually I didn't realize it had happened. So no terror, but I am so cold. Brrr. It's 4 in the morning. I think the sun comes up around 6. It's 5 o'clock. And I'm still cold. I'm making some soup. It's definitely starting to get light. This is a good opportunity to show the alcohol stove works. Because during the day, the flame on this stove is invisible. My headlamp shining light off the roof of my tarp. Nothing else to report other than it's cold. The birds are singing. They're all saying, "Yay! We survived! We survived! We survived the night!" We'll get to live to see another day. And the night, they sing too. They sing, oh no, the night is coming. The night is coming. Gather close. Huh. Louder bird made all the little birds stop for a second. Anyway, now I know what birds sing about. Isn't that right, Patches? Can't believe that grouse is up again already. Don't birds ever sleep? Grouse was the last thing I heard last night. I had a cup of soup and I feel much better. Patches has had a bag of dog food. It's 7:15 and I'm still cold, but the sun is finally starting to make an appearance in this cold little bowl. Patches is shivering. The sun's light is coming. Hopefully we'll be warm soon. It's 10:15. I was hoping that the sun would hit my camp spot and dry my tarp a little bit before I packed up, but it doesn't look like the sun's gonna really hit here today, and I want to get my hair cut today, so pretty much packed up. Just gonna have one last little snack. I'm gonna check out this lichen, which is an unknown lichen to me, and then we're out of here. Patches is still shivering a little bit, so it'll be good for her to get out of here. So I'm heading out back through this beautiful old growth forest. It's 10:30. My pack is so much lighter without 4 pounds of dog food in it. Patches just won't eat dry dog food, and I was worried about her tonight because I knew she'd be cold. I wanted her to have plenty of calories, so I packed these little bags of dog food that look kind of like hamburger. 1,000 calories. Well, total actually almost 2,000 calories I packed in for her. Well, that stuff is heavy because it's not dry. And that was the single heaviest item in my pack. This is a fun spot right here. It's got all kinds of interesting bryophytes, including Plagiochyla and Hookeria lucens moss. And a liverwort that I've only ever seen here as well. Pocket liverwort. Right, let's see. Where is it? Down here on the ground, that's Hookeria lucens moss. Pretty cool. And then Plagiochyla is right here. Oh, come on, focus. Oh. There we go. Plagiochyla, Hookeria. Interesting little spot. Have to bring Tam here one of these days. That mountain right there usually has a lot more snow on it than that in April. We didn't really get a lot of snow this winter, but more than last winter anyway. It's 11:40 and I finally made it off of this hideous decommissioned converted to trail road thing. It's a monstrosity just lined with root balls. Ridiculous concept. Anyway, I'm off of that. And now on to an actual open road, and this open road is actually prettier than that monstrosity. And the only thing worse than this monstrosity is this monstrosity over here. This is a road that was decommissioned and not even converted to trail, so it's even harder to hike down. It's all just a ridiculous waste, because in order to do it, they go in and repair the road, widen the road, fix all the culverts, cut down everything growing along the side of the road. Then dig up all the culverts, stack root balls everywhere, and come out. In the process, they've widened the road and disturbed the environment greatly. And they leave behind an ugly mess, and that's supposedly better for the environment than just leaving the road alone. That's not better for the environment. It's better for somebody's pocketbook, though. Anyway, now I'm onto the road. Soon the wildlife gates will open, and I'll actually be able to park right there to start this hike. And I won't be going. I like to go when the wildlife gates are shut, and it's a much longer hike to get to the lake. A lot greater chance of solitude then. 12:20 and I'm taking a coffee break. I was going to just hike straight out, but I'm tired. So I'm going to take one last coffee break. I'm only about a mile and a half from my car now. This is just an old logging road, but for whatever reason, a few old growth trees were spared. Definitely makes the road walk a bit more pleasant. Isn't that right, Patches?